Thank you so much for joining me today for this chair yoga practice. I am practicing with a group from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. So this is a live practice that we're recording through Zoom. If you or anyone you know might benefit from Breastfriends, their website is linked in the description box below. They are extremely supportive and responsive, and I highly recommend them for your support as well. And if you find this practice useful, of course, you can like it, share it, comment it on it. Please comment on these practices to let me know what I can do to better support you through your journey. So today we're going to start to kind of bring in the chakras. We haven't talked about that a lot in our breast friend practices. When I first came to yoga, I was very Western minded. So the chakras were like, I'm just here for the movement. Thank you very much. But over the years, as I have learned more and practiced more, I have found that they have much validity. So we will start with the root chakra. So just bringing your attention to where your feet are on the ground, to where your sit bones meet your chair. Turn your palms over onto your thighs or knees. And just really begin to focus on these points of contact between you and what you are being supported by right now. The bottoms of the feet, feel how the toes, the heels touch the ground. Feel how your fingers and your palms rest on your lap. Notice how your thighs and your sit bones are supported by your chair. Let's go ahead and just take a few cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And as you find those exhales, you might let them go with an audible sound. Or just a sigh. As many as feels good to you. And when you feel like you've had enough of that, come back to breathing in and out of your nose if you're able. And once again, direct your attention to where your hands, your feet, your sit bones are being supported. The root chakra in Sanskrit is Muladhara. Mula means foundation, and Dara means support. So this is where we start to build our foundation and strengthen our foundation. So just pressing into your feet, your hands, and your seat can help you to feel supported, secure, and in this present moment, safe. So let's bring one hand and then the other to the low belly. See if you can find some nice deep belly breaths here. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine. So we really want to invite the breath into the pelvis. So as you breathe here, you might notice some expansion in your hips, maybe in your low back. And as you inhale, you can kind of relax your pelvic floor. And as you exhale, maybe grow a little taller. Feel into your feet, feel into your sit bones. Relax your shoulders, your jaw. And really, really, really let that pelvis expand with those breaths. Just a few more breaths here, really grounding yourself. That's what this Muladhara chakra is for, is to help us feel grounded, to feel safe, to feel secure. If you are balanced in your root chakra, you have those qualities, qualities of belonging, qualities of community. The root chakra is developed from utero to about 18 months of age. So it's really what is all about our survival. So if you're imbalanced in the root chakra, you might be feeling anxious or depressed or disconnected from your body. You might not feel safe. So just focusing on these points where you are supported, where you are safe, can help to unblock and rebalance the Muladhara chakra. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of movement here now. Let's reach those palms back out to your lap once again. And let's just make some movement here with the neck, turning to look over your right shoulder and then over your left shoulder, back over your right shoulder and your left shoulder. And then look up towards the sky and then down towards the ground. Up towards the sky and down towards the ground. And then come back to that tall spine. We're just going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder and then the left ear towards the left shoulder. One more time to each side. And then let's get some movement in the shoulders. So go ahead and roll them up towards your ears and forward and down. So we're rolling them forward, and you might lift your hands from your thighs here or keep them grounded, whatever feels good in your body. And then we'll roll the shoulders up and back and down. Just a few times, whatever feels good here. And then let's tuck that chin back as if you're trying to make a double chin here, sort of stretching back into the base of the skull, and then come back to neutral. And then tuck and stretch the back of the neck, get long, and back to neutral. And then one more time. Stretch back into the base of the skull and release to neutral. And then let's interlace our fingers together. Send your arms out long. They might be down towards your lap or up at shoulder height or anywhere in between. And we're going to turn the palms out and kind of open up the shoulder blades. You might tilt your head down towards your heart, stretching out the back of the shoulders. And then inhale, press your palms up as high as feels good to you. And then exhale to release. And then we'll interlace those fingers again. This time, bring your non-dominant thumb on top so it'll feel awkward, so we can feel safe even when things are awkward and unfamiliar. And then again, we'll turn the palms out. Draw the shoulders forward, open up the shoulder blades. You might even draw your belly button towards your spine and look down towards your lap. Couple breaths right here. And then inhale, lift your palms up towards the sky as much as you're able to, and then exhale to release. And then we're just going to get a little bit of movement here for the shoulders, for any swelling you might be experiencing here. So taking your fingertips nice and flat, we're just going to come over to where the arm meets the torso here, right up in front of the armpit basically, and make some circles, nice and smooth, soft but firm, and then reverse the circles. And then just pat yourself here, maybe 10 or 12 times. And then we'll go to the opposite side. So if you started with the right arm, move to the left. If you started with the left arm, move to the right. And then reverse those circles. And then just give yourself little pats. And then we're going to reach the arms forward and take them up as much as feels good to you, maybe all the way up towards the sky, and we're just going to shake the hands out. Just let them kind of flop around here, shake the arms, get a little bit of movement. And then as if you were rolling up your sleeves, use your right hand to roll your imaginary sleeves up the left arm. And then reach that left arm up and come down from the elbow towards the armpit. And if you like here and you're able to, you might even make some circles here in the armpit in each direction. Very gently here, because this can be very tender, and then very soft, easy pats. And then we'll release the left arm down, and then we'll push up those imaginary sleeves all the way up the arm, front, back, and both sides. Using the left hand on the right arm this time. And then reaching those right fingers up, we'll stroke down from the elbow towards the armpit. And then again, little circles, very soft and gentle here in the pit in each direction. 3, 4, 5, 10, right around in there, whatever feels good to you. And then just very gently pat. And then we'll release. Just taking a moment here to notice what you feel happening in your body. Maybe you feel a little warmer, or a little cooler. And then we'll just begin to get a little bit more movement here. So scoot forward to the front of your chair and step your feet out as wide as the chair allows and as is comfortable for you. We're just going to, again, press our hands to the tops of our thighs, press our feet to the ground, feel your sit bones on the chair. And we're just going to make some circles here. Doesn't matter which direction you start, because we're going to reverse those circles. You can keep your spine up nice and tall. We're not moving the head here. The head is in line with the heart. And really press into your toes, press into your fingers, press into your heels. Feel yourself grounded, safe, stable. And then we'll reverse those circles. When we're in development, when we're infants, we're all about survival. And humans cannot survive without somebody to take care of them in those early months of life. And so we need to attach to a safe caregiver. And if those attachment needs are interrupted or disrupted, we may have some issues around attachment. Let's come back to a tall spine. Inhale, look up as much as feels good to you. Exhale, look down towards the ground. Inhale, lift your heart, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, draw your belly button back. Maybe open up those shoulder blades. A few more times here. So if those attachment issues are disrupted or imbalanced, you might have an altered sense of safety. Issues or blockages with the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra, can also show up as we live our lives around food or money, because those are basic things that we need to have to survive. And especially when we're little kids, we can't go out and have a drink. We can't have a cigarette. We can't go get a massage. The only thing we can have to comfort ourselves with oftentimes is food. And so we might have some imbalance about how we nourish ourselves. And then we'll come back to that nice tall spine. Inhale here, and as you exhale, turn towards your right any amount. Maybe bring your left hand to your right knee, your right hand to your chair. Couple breaths right here. And then one more inhale as you twist it, as you're twisted, and then we'll exhale to come back through the center and then twist to the left. Now you might want to keep your hands resting here and just take a little twist. You might want to reach both hands over and take a more generous twist, just feeling what's happening in your body. And sometimes when we have disruptions in the root chakra, they don't necessarily show up as emotional responses. Let's come ahead and go back towards the center. They might show up as physical responses, so maybe low back issues or knee or foot issues. Because when we don't allow ourselves to feel our feelings, that stuff has to go somewhere. We'll take those feet right back under our knees and we'll come into mountain pose. Now you can continue right here on your chair in seated mountain pose. Release your hands out alongside your body, palms facing forward, nice and tall spine, feeling your feet and your sit bones really supported here. Or you can come to stand. Press into your feet, lean forward, maybe step your feet back a little bit so that you've got a secure base underneath you. And then on an inhale, press into your heels and come to stand up and find your mountain pose here. Feel your feet on the ground. Maybe pick up all your toes and then set them down. Maybe pick up your heels and set them down. Just really feel grounded here. Now we're gonna do some balance poses. So if sitting is where you're at today, stay sitting. I'll show opportunities for sitting options. Sorry, the garbage truck is out the window here. I hope that's not too disruptive. But using your chair for support here, I'm gonna just come forward a bit so my feet are securely on the ground here. And starting in your mountain pose, we're gonna come to tree pose, one of the most grounding poses that we can have. So again, you can do this from your seat. We're just gonna draw our feet as close together as we can. And then peel the left heel up off the ground, taking a little bend in that left knee. Press into your right foot, really strengthen that right hip. And this might be where you are. You can do this right from the chair. If that's the case, just stay right here. Or you might go ahead and turn your left knee out to the left and anchor your left heel to the inside of your right calf. So again, you can do this from standing or from seated. If you're staying seated, this is where you're at, just with the legs in this posture. Now you can keep your hand on the chair for balance here, or maybe you can bring your two palms together at your heart. And if you really want to challenge your balance, you might close your eyes. If you want to support your balance, find a focal point out in front of you somewhere that you can focus on to help you maintain your balance. Now you can keep your left foot on the ground here, or you might pick it up and bring it to the inside of your right calf. If that throws you off kilter, you can bring your hand back down to your chair for balance. If it's in your practice, you might even bring your left foot to the inside of the right thigh here. But I'm going to practice down here today. Now you could keep one hand here at your heart if you're using your chair for practice, or maybe you grow some branches here with your left arm. Maybe they're straight up. Maybe both arms are straight up. Ooh, lost my balance. If you lose your balance, no worries. Just bring yourself back. Maybe you're a pine tree or an oak tree or a cactus tree. Maybe you're kind of blowing around in the wind here. Just be playful with it, no judgment, but really pressing into that right foot. Feeling all your toes and your heel on the ground. Kind of, hugging your right hip in. Feeling strong in your core. Just a couple more breaths here. It's really hard to do this and stand at the same time and talk. Excuse me. It's hard to stand and talk at the same time. You would think I'd have that down by now. And then when you're ready to come out, just turn your left knee forward and release your left foot down. And then just shake it off a little bit. Shake yourself off, shake your legs out. Again, if you're in the chair, you might just let your feet bounce here. I'm going to go ahead and show this second one from the chair. So we'll do the second side. Whenever you're ready, feet as close as feels good to you, and then we're just going to peel that right heel up off the ground. And if it's okay, you might stay right here. This feels good. Or you might turn your right knee out to the right and ankle your right heel to the inside of your right ankle. If you're sitting, this is where you stay, right here. And again, you can bring your hands to your heart, or you can reach them up to the sky. If you change your mind, maybe you come to stand. Maybe you bring your foot to the inside of that left calf, maybe to the inside of the thigh, maybe you grab branches. And again, you've got the chair right here for support. And as you're here in your tree pose, really feel the stability of that left foot. Feel the connectedness that you have to the ground. Just a couple more breaths here. And then we'll turn that right knee forward again, release your right foot down, and just shake it out. Beautiful. And then coming back to your mountain pose, whether you're sitting or standing. Feel your feet on the ground once again. And then again, from the chair or from the ground, we're just gonna pick up that left knee. Just picking it up as much as you can here. So from the chair, you might just lift your knee up and hold your hands on your chair, or you can wrap your hands under your thigh. Or from standing, you might keep your hands in this mountain pose posture and lift your left knee up here. And again, find a nice stable focal point, something that's not moving out and ahead of you to help support your balance or to challenge your balance. Close your eyes and you have your chair right next to you for support. Just breathe here. Feel the stability of your right foot on the ground. Engage your right outer thigh and your hip and your glute to help you feel strong here. You might even say out loud to yourself, I am strong, I am supported, I am stable, I am secure. Whatever resonates for you. And then we'll just make some circles in that left ankle in one direction and then the other. And then we'll lower the left foot down. Come back to your mountain pose and just notice any imbalance that you feel in the two sides of your body, whatever might be going on. Notice how your breath has been affected. Notice the pulse of life within you. And then when you're ready, we'll move to the opposite side. So just peeling up that right heel to start. You can keep your toes down here and just kind of play with lifting and lowering that leg. You've also got your chair right here. Maybe you lift that right knee up, seated or standing with the assistance of your hands or not. It's up to you. This is your practice. Everyone that's here today is on a different part of their journey, maybe really closely after having some surgery or some treatment, maybe just getting ready to start. So finding your breath, feeling stable and strong in that left foot, maybe saying, I am safe, I am stable, I am strong. and then a few circles in each direction in that right ankle. And then we'll lower the right foot down, come back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose, seated or standing. And then let's inhale, reach your arms up as much as you like, bring your palms together overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands down towards your heart. Inhale to sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, seated or standing. Let's do that twice more. Inhale to reach up, maybe look up to see your palms come together. Watch your thumbs as they travel down towards your heart. And then see if you can find your hands in your peripheral vision as they reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. And release back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. And then we'll all come back to sitting. So making sure your chair is right behind you, pressing into your feet, sitting back with your hips, and coming back to your nice tall seat. And just notice what you notice right here. And then let's get a little more into the hips, kind of opening up for that root chakra. And you might take your left ankle and cross it in front of the right ankle, or you could take your left knee and cross it over the right knee, or you might come into figure four stretch, bringing that left ankle to the top of the right thigh. So have that right foot securely under your right knee. You can rest your hands to your shin or your ankle, anywhere on your body that makes sense, and flex that left heel here. So your toes are active, spine strong. Again, just pay attention to where your right foot is standing secure, to where your sit bones are supported. Relax your shoulders. Take an inhale right here, and as you exhale, just hinge forward at your hips any amount. As soon as you have a good stretch in that outer left thigh or the low back, stop right there. Nice long spine, kind of drawing your heart forward. And then a little tuck of the neck so that your neck is nice and straight. Another extension of your spine. And breathe here. Maybe eyes closed, maybe eyes open. Seeing if you can find that nice deep belly breath, maybe a little bit of expansion out into the low back and the hips. And you could stay right here, or maybe you inhale back up to a tall spine, take a little twist to the left. Couple breaths right there. One more inhale wherever you are. As you exhale, we're going to unwind and take a little twist to the right. Couple breaths right there. Again, finding that nice deep belly breath. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. And then we'll just wiggle those left toes a little bit and set that left foot down to the ground. You might windshield wiper your knees a little from side to side. And then when you're ready, let's cross the right ankle in front of the left ankle, or the right knee over the left knee, or bring that right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Make sure that left foot is securely on the ground underneath your left knee, and flex that right heel. You could stay right here. This could be enough of a stretch for many of us. It can get a little intense in that right hip. But if you do want a little more, take an inhale right here. And as you exhale, little hinge forward. Just finding your edge, what feels right in your body. And just breathe here. Those nice deep belly breaths. Feel free to stay right here at the center, or if you're up for it, we'll inhale back to that tall spine. A little twist to the right for a few breaths. Exhale through center, little twist to the left for a few breaths. And we'll exhale back to center, little wiggle of those right toes. And then we'll release the right foot down. Come back to centered, tall spine, feet on the ground, palms resting on your lap. And then with our breath here, kind of imagine or visualize the base of your spine. And imagine as you fill up your belly that the breath is traveling up the length of your spine. And as you exhale, let your visualization travel back down to the base of your tailbone. So just a little inhale, kind of imagining lengthening up the spine. And then imagining the breath coming back down the spine, really feeling into your sit bones. Relax your face, relax the muscles around your eyes. Soften your jaw and let your shoulders and elbows be heavy. Relax your hands, your fingers. If you can release or soften your hips a bit. Relax your thighs, your knees, your shins and your feet. So even while you can be strong and tall, stable, secure, you can still be soft, relaxed, receptive. And you might repeat to yourself out loud or in your head or heart, I am safe in this present moment. I am stable. I am strong. And I belong to myself. If any of that resonates with you, just continue to feel it in your body. How does it feel to say, I am strong, I am safe, I belong to myself? When you're ready, let's bring both hands together at the heart. I am so grateful for each and every one of you joining for this practice today. I hope that the rest of this day and this rest of this weekend is wonderful to you all. Namaste.